dip it, right? And while that's doing that, this is when we're gonna add in all our aromatics in here. Right.
Before we start this recipe video, just want to say that this recipe is an all-star sleeper and honestly something that you don't really find too much at restaurants. This is something that's home cooking, soul food in a way, probably because it's one of those things that's just so simple and easy to make, but it's really these simple home-cooked meals that are really evocative of Filipino cuisine. So the chef teaching us this recipe today is Reina Montenegro, basically the Filipina vegan queen. Not only is Reina very adept at cooking vegan food, she is also just very experimental in the kitchen to trying to recreate the proper texture for vegans. So here she's going to show us how to make vegan Tortang Talong 2 ways. This is honestly one of my favorite dishes that my mother used to make for me every day when I was a kid.
So today I'm going to do 2 kinds. Just so you know, there's an even easier way to do it.
Oh really?
So I'm gonna do it from scratch.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna do it where there's like a hack.
And this dish is like super easy to make regardless, like 10
Yes.
minutes total.
Yes.
So this is definitely something for a quick and easy breakfast or merienda, whatever.
Yeah, I mean the reason why I love this dish so much as well is because you can eat it for breakfast, you can have it for merienda, lunch, or dinner. People always like, how do you do torta without eggs? So I do chickpea flour, which is the secret ingredient, right? And then the Just Egg product, which is over there. And also my other secret ingredient is the black salt. So we are going to roast the eggplant in the oven for 30 minutes and make sure you prick them because they will explode, and it's happened to me before. So disclaimer, make sure you prick it. We're gonna have chickpea flour here. We'll add 1/3 of a cup of just all-purpose flour. Mix this together, and then 1 whole tablespoon of baking powder with salt. Not too much because this thing is so salty. And then you add your water. That's the consistency you want. A little bit runny, like a pancake batter. So I'm just peeling this thing off. I just remember my grandma making this all the time. I love this. I love this dish so much. It's like so, and the way you make it too, it's so like unique. Traditionally what they do with this is they actually put it on the open fire with the coals, and then they just like roast it there, cook on the steamed on the inside. And then they peel it while it's hot. And then the fun part is we press this down. And you know, I just make sure you don't overcook the eggplant because this will fall apart on you. Like, again, you can go so many ways with this dish. You could add green bell peppers. I don't know what your mom added on yours. So what I do is I dip it, right? Be generous with it. And we're going to put it in the pan. And while that's doing that, this is when we're gonna add in all our aromatics in here. Vanilla. So the reason why I'm veganizing a lot of these things, you know, I grew up in a household or a family where everybody always had high blood pressure. Everybody was, you know, very meat heavy eating. And I remember losing a lot of people with cancer, and, you know, just I'm wondering why this is happening. And the more I read about like meat and how it's so bad for the environment, bad for your health, makes me think about, you know, my loved ones that we lost, you know, from not eating healthy food. But also there's a misconception about vegan food where you're just gonna eat salad, you know. It's not just eating salad. It's actually, you get to eat a burger. You get to eat like your childhood favorites, you know. Like this dish right here. I mean, I never thought I would be able to eat this again, but here I am, you know, fixing up some Tortang Talong. And so I want to be known to be the gateway, you know, like the gateway vegan, where for people that are transitioning into the vegan diet, but they're having a hard time because they want meat. They love meat so much, and so this is where I come in, where I recreate all these meat-heavy dishes that they love, you know, as growing up. So we're gonna do another version, which is the just egg that you can buy at the store. You're gonna put your eggplant in like this, and then you just pour it like you would, you know. I mean, ideally you would dip this in this egg batter, but you know, it's easier to do it this way. You do the same thing. So easy. I mean, so people always have this misconception that being vegan is so hard. It's not hard. It's easy. And plus, with all the products we have now in the market, I mean, everything is accessible. You want ground meat? We have ground meat. We have eggs? We have eggs. We have cheese? We have cheese. You know, it's like, it's such a good time to be vegan nowadays.
You don't like croissants? Stupid name, but they taste good.
Right.
As Reina mentioned earlier, you can roast this in the oven just to be like safe, but if you really want to get like that charred, black, like mushy texture, definitely just like roast it over an open fire.
Open fire.
Yeah.
A lot of young people that used to go to the restaurant, they would bring their lola and their moms and dads, and they'd always be so negative, so they don't tell them it's vegan.
That's smart.
Until after.
Exactly.
And they're like, what? What do you mean? You
Exactly.
know?
That's really how you like convince people, because when they have like the preconceived notion about it, they're like that much more stigmatized against going.
100%. Yeah, and that's my parents, the same. So I'm trying to convince people like my parents, you know?
I think a lot of people, Filipinos, as Reina was just saying, have such like a stigma against vegan food just because like in our nature, with our cuisine, at least what's popularized, very meat driven.
Very.
But things that Reina is doing, such as like her vegan sisig with mushrooms and tofu, definitely are, you know, things to kind of like catalyze and change that perception that we have. This has been Tortang Talong, basically an eggplant omelet. Very simple to make, literally eggplant and egg, or in this case, vegan egg substitute.
Yeah.
And then add whatever you'd like.
Yeah, even mock meat.
Yeah.
You know, we have ground mock meat now.
If you want to check more about Reina and her upcoming restaurant, follow her at Chef Reina.
Chef.Reina on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because that's where all the updates are going to be. And also, if you want to order food, we're still open Wednesday through Saturday. Online delivery only in the peninsula. And, you know, you can also pick up from Wednesday to Saturday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
As you've been seeing in the series, a lot of really delicious Filipino food that I hope you guys are trying and cooking. But if you are vegan, you know, hopefully Reina will have some alternatives so you can try these things out.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in and stay ready for the next recipe.
Yay. Bye.